So, hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. And the previous video, which I talked about how we need to create the AWS free tier account and what are the services free for the 12 months free and always free, only few hours free. There is three types of free service available. One is for the 12 months free, then other one is always free. The other one is only few hours is free. So once we create successfully AWS account, just need to enter the AWS console login. Just click on AWS Management Console and login back. Just click on this one. Here you need to enter the uh, here you need to enter the all the details. Okay, you need to enter the okay. Let's enter. So we're able to log in the AWS account successfully by using your Gmail ID. Okay, so okay, now we are in login. Okay, if you look at in any AWS service, in AWS environment, there is a multiple regions available. Okay, so first we need to understand what is mean by region. Okay, what is mean by region? So region is nothing but a one place. Let's say for example, uh, if you go back to here, you can see if you if you go to the right hand side of your AWS console, you can see there is support is available. The other one is region available. If you click on the region, you can see US North Virginia and US East, US West and US West, origin and California and Hawaii, okay, and Africa, okay, and Asia Pacific, Hong Kong and Mumbai, Singapore, okay. There is a lot of is there. Asia Pacific is there, Canada is there, Canada Central is there. If I scroll down below, okay, if you scroll down below, you can see all the ways. If you come down below, you can see all the ways. These are the these are all called regions. Okay, now where I'm using my service, I'm using my London region. So it's depend upon, you can create anywhere, it doesn't matter where you are creating your services. Okay, so as long as you're comfort with where you are sitting, so always go with the nearest region. So okay, that's why if you're sitting in the US, you can go ahead and US. If you're sitting in India, uh, uh, nearest is Mumbai one. Nearest is Mumbai. If you're sitting in Singapore, you can go pick up the Singapore. If you're sitting in the Ireland, you can pick up. If you come London, you can pick up anything. Doesn't matter. This is called region. Okay, in the region, there are multiple availability zones available. Okay, multiple. You people understand what is mean by multiple availability zones. Okay, let's go into talk, then I'll talk about little later. First you guys need to make sure. So before going to jump on, before going to go out and deploy any service or create any services, so you just need to understand so how this AWS uh, region concept and availability zone concepts. So it's very important. Before going to, when you create services, you need to make sure you always need to pick the particular availability zone, then only you can deploy the service, otherwise you can't deploy. So that's why before going to go into the topic, then I just want to explain what is a region. In total, I think 24 regions available for Amazon. So in the 24, I'm picking the London region. If I go to the London region, so I just want to see, let's see, for example, I want to see how many availability zones available in London, availability zones available London region. If you can see, I'm in the Europe London region. In Europe, we have a two regions available. One is for Europe, London, and the other one is Europe, Ireland. Okay, so even you can see here also. You can, if you scroll down below, you can see Europe. Sorry, we have total Europe. We have a one, two, three, four, six. We have total Europe region. We have six regions available in Europe. So six regions available. Sorry, so total six is available. Now I am using Europe, London. That's the name is U-West. Okay, so in U-West you can see there are a um, uh, see three availability zones available. If you want, you can additional, so you can enable. So at the moment, three available for us. So you can go ahead and you can do the three availability zones. Okay, three availability zones. I will talk about later what is availability zone. So just consider as a region is one place where we have running a, let's say for example, let's consider as a London. London, we have a one region available, Amazon region. So inside we have three availability zones available. Availability zone means one data center. So each availability zone is maintaining it will maintain one or two data centers. It can be available, but we don't know. Just consider as a one data center for each availability zone. What is mean by data center? Data center is nothing but your laptop. So how you are using your laptop, the same kind of structure and same kind of servers and software and everything is will be available. Just you need to use the services. You can deploy which one you want. Okay, if you have laptop, on the top of that you can install the virtual machine, you can create database, you can create application, you can play whatever you want. The same way is your own data center Amazon is going to provide for us. You can use the Amazon hosting, you can deploy your services. uh, you can create database, you can create servers, you can create anything. You can play. Then that is called data center. When you are working on premises, how you are log into the servers, how you are log into the databases, how your work, application, the same way kind of structure is available in AWS area. Okay. Okay. Okay, now I'm in the dashboard. Okay, before going to jump on, I just want to show you then how we are going to create the services. Okay, if you can see, these all are called services. You can see compute and custom enable machine learning AR. There are a lot of it there. Compute means compute means is line of hardware and software is called compute. Compute means there is a lot of it there. If you can see EC2, EC2, I talked about what is meant by EC2. EC2 is nothing but a Elastic Compute Cloud. Elastic Compute Cloud, that is come up with the new name Amazon. But at the eventually the what is the name for EC2 means is a any server. That could be Windows server, that could be a Linux. Windows server means Microsoft Windows. Linux server means that could be Red Hat Linux or CentOS Linux or SUSE Linux or Ubuntu Linux or Amazon Linux. There is multiple flavors available. But eventually EC2 means just for server. Okay, there is a lightweight is the Lambda is a serverless computing. So how if you want to schedule any job, if you want to run any job with code, Lambda is the best option, serverless. You don't want to create any server. Let's say for example you want to deploy, you want to write a one, let's say for example you want to write a one code. I want to schedule this code particular point of time. So Lambda is the best option to pick up one. So you don't want to create any server, you don't want to do anything. Just to open the Lambda function, write a code and schedule it. I want to run a specific time. Let's go ahead and run it. That's it. Lambda is going to take care of everything. You don't want to worry about anything. Generally, if you want to create any server, or if you want to schedule any server, go to the cron tab, you can schedule, or go to the windows tab, windows server, you can schedule it. You don't want to worry about anything server here. Just to open the Lambda function, it will automatically background Lambda is going to create a server that we are not going to bother. Just we not to pass the details Lambda, just code and schedule time. That's it. Okay, that is called Lambda. That is a elastic bench available, and there is a Amazon EC2 AMI builder. That is a AMI builder. So Amazon come up with recently AMI builder. That we'll talk about little later. So at the moment these are available, and compute and storage. Storage, there is a multiple storage available here. What is mean by storage? Let's say for example you have laptop, there is a D drive and C drive is called. If you have a Linux server, you have apps file system, these are called storage. Okay, inside Amazon come up with a different kind of storage actually. So one is for S3 storage and EFS and uh, FSX, S3 Glacier storage gateway, AWS backup. When you talk about S3, S3 is basically what is S3? S3 is object oriented. You can keep it any kind of file. It doesn't matter which file you are going to keep. You can keep it any file. You can keep it log file. You can keep it zip file. You can keep it WAR file. You can place your backup. So you can place any kind of file. Doesn't matter how much you size, how much is a big one. You can pick. You can. There is no limit also. As long as if you have files, you can go and place. But you need to make sure when you use the more storage in S3 bucket, you have to pay that much amount to the. It's very cheap. Okay, and EFS is NFS file system, which is a shareable file system, n number of servers. It's not a region specific, so you can. It's not a availability zone specific. You can go ahead and mount anywhere within the AWS account. Okay. Okay, you can not in the AWS account. You can mount the same file system other AWS account as well. Okay, that is called EFS file system, and S3 Glacier is S3 Glacier is S3 advanced topics. Then we'll talk about later. Okay, what is meant by databases? You can see database RDS. There is a lot of it. The NIP unit, the DynamoDB. Okay, these are all called services. Okay, so EMR is there, big data. Okay, Amazon come up with a lot networking. What is networking? We'll talk about little later. So So before we'll talk about little later. So what is meant by all these Amazon and what are the services? Okay. So first, what we'll do actually, first let's go ahead and first understand. Okay. Okay, before going to understand, before going to start that one, okay, let's go ahead and see how we want to see the Amazon bill account. Let's say, for example, you use the services. You can see if you go to right line, you can see on the top of your name. Click on this, or you can go to the billing dashboard. Billing dashboard. So you can see so how much you are paying. If you come to left hand side, there is option called bills. Okay. If you go to here, there are no invoice selected this month. Okay, if you go to the, if you select here, you can see the date. Okay, let's go to November. So I didn't use the not much actually. If you go to the July, so I paid this much amount to the Amazon. So this much this, okay, this much amount I paid to the Amazon. So it depend upon, if you want to scroll down which service you got, which service you paid. If you go to the Elastic Compute Cloud EC2 and the Pacific which region which I paid amount. Okay, which region. Okay, if I scroll down, you can easily understand which one I paid for the EBS volume, which is the uh, storage for the EC2 server. So I paid this much amount. So you can easily find out which service which you paid and which region. So then we can easily track. Let's say, for example, you forgot to stop the server. You later come back to say then the month, end of the month you got an invoice. So this much you have to pay. Then by the time you can easily understand. mm, which region I paid this much of amount. But always you need to understand one thing here. When you create a services, you need to stick with always one region. Let's say, for example, today you created a couple of services in London region, then tomorrow you went to the other region, Asia Pacific, Mumbai, or you went to the North Virginia. What happened is here when you create a services here. Let's say, for example, you create service means we create one database or a server here within the London region only. You can see. Okay, when, okay, if you create a one, let's say, for example, we have a, I'll show you one thing. Okay, let's say, for example, I have couple of services available. I shopped at the moment I'm not using, then I brought down these services, brought down these servers. Okay, okay, now I am in the London region. Okay, now if you go back and see to Mumbai region, see what happened. See, if I go back to the Mumbai region. Okay, now again I'm in the same exactly issue to dashboard. Now we can see I can't see any server here. Did you see any server here? There is no servers which I'm using at the moment. So that's why you need to. This is all service for region specific, not about the account specific. So when you create any services, you can it can be visible for only for the particular region level. Okay, so you need to make sure when you create services. Let's say, for example, you create a couple of services in London region, you forgot, that's it. But you played with, but tomorrow you log into the AWS account, then you went to the US region, there you started creating the services. So it will mess up. It will mess up means, but you can use it. As long as if you're monitoring both regions, you can use. If you forgot to create London region, you forgot to, you forget about 2 months or 2 weeks, then at the end of the day, you will get the billing amount. Okay, you need to all my suggestion is always create any service in the specific regions, and you can, then you have a then you can closely monitor every day. Then obviously you can, when you don't use, you can shut down. Then at the end of the day, you can pay the bill. That's the best always. Okay, so that's all from today. That's it for now. Then I'll talk about next class, next video. Then we'll go ahead and create a services. How we need to start with creating the EC2 instance with any Linux flavor. Okay, I hope you guys like my video. Please share it and subscribe my channel. If you guys like my video, do thumbs up, like as well. Thank you.